Church of San Andres, Abay. On your way here, you will have noticed that the landscape is quite different to the high mountains nearby. You're now at 775 meters at the center of a plateau called the Corona or Crown of Abay, with the rivers Aragon and Lubierre flowing around it. The surrounding fields are used for cereal production, making the most of Abay's sunny position. We know that Abay existed in the year 1030, and there are documents showing that King Ramiro I gave the church and its lands to Jaca Cathedral in the year 1063. However, this donation may well have been a fiction from the 12th century, when the Bishop of Jaca falsified a document to prove that the church belonged to Jaca Cathedral. Abay, with surrounding settlements, was an independent municipality from 1824 until 1963, when it became part of the municipality of Jaca. The church before you was built in the Romanesque style in the 12th century, and then was greatly altered in the 16th and 18th century. What would the original church have been like? If you look at the church from a little further away so you can see the whole building, you'll be able to follow the description more easily. San Andres would have had a rectangular nave with a wooden roof, a chancel, and the typical quarter dome apse. The apse faced east, as it still does today. On the south wall there would have been a small barrel-vaulted room with a small apse. This was also the base of a tower, which would have been lower than the tower we see today. The church was enlarged in the 16th century with extra naves added to the south and north sides of the church. These naves are the same length as the central nave, but are narrower. The wall of the original small room and tower on the south wall was extended in order to build the nave. The choir was also installed at this time. This was when the original Romanesque doorway on the south wall was replaced with the classical Renaissance style doorway we see now. Looking at it, we can see an inscription in the upper right corner dating the door to 1575. In the 18th century, the naves were vaulted and the tower was made taller. At the end of the 1980s, the church was restored by the villagers, the Sancho Ramirez Association and other groups. They worked on the walls, roofs and the church's interior. During the restoration work, several Romanesque elements were found, including 2 altars, 2 fragments of a processional cross, and the church's consecration box. These are on show in the church, together with some other interesting pieces, including sculptures, paintings and altarpieces, and part of the Romanesque tympanum from the original south doorway. If you are able to see inside the church, it will make your visit much more complete. Then afterwards, it's well worth taking a walk around the village with its traditional architecture and quiet streets. Along the way you will see another church, the Hermitage of the Assumption. It's unusual to have a hermitage in the middle of a village, as they are usually set alone in the landscape outside the villages. The hermitage was built in the 18th century and was paid for by money collected for the purpose by a villager called Jerónimo Piedrafita. We know that Jerónimo was blind, and he must have been quite a character and very religious in order to have collected so much money.